Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Just a brief update. The last Tosscasts podcast for this year has been recorded with myself and Infinitely Galactic from Australia, of course. The topic is Linux Mint 12 versus Windows 7. I'm in the process of doing the editing now and hope to have it uploaded here in less than a week. But it's done, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Well, for this video, I thought I would take a look back again at Ubuntu versus Windows 7, or more specifically, Ubuntu Unity versus Windows 7. Now, this is a comments corner. It's me commenting on some of the comments. I've done this before. The comments keep on coming. I thought it might be appropriate to comment again on this since I just did the Linux Mint 12 versus Windows 7 podcast. So these are comments that I comment on. I am not singling out or picking out any specific commentator or comment. Basically, I just go through the comments, something that catches my eye, and I will comment on it. And of course, later you guys can comment also, of course. So let's get started. This is by far the most biased video I have ever seen. Please, if you're going to compare things, try to stay unbiased. Well, my reply is that's strange. I actually dual boot Unity with Windows. Is there a way to play Windows files like vids and songs from a dual booted laptop in Ubuntu? Well, of course there is. I actually do it all the time. If Unity is better than Windows, why is there more Windows users than Unity? Okay, now this is somewhat of a loaded question, but here is my reply. Microsoft has been around longer. Windows is generally more stable and less buggy than Linux, assuming no viruses. Unity is not necessarily better than Windows. There is no standard desktop Linux computer for the masses yet. Almost all Windows software works well in Windows, but Linux software has to catch up with new Linux OS releases. Now, before some of you guys scream at me, at this comment. Windows for me is less buggy. Now I will give you an example. Linux Mint 11, right here, my panel bar. This happens about, I'm going to guess 50% of the time when I reboot or I log off for the evening, come back in the morning, boot up again. My panel bar doesn't always react the way it should. And you can see right now I'm missing my clock and my date at least, and I'm not sure what it is. I believe the team at Linux Mint is aware of this. This may be just happening in the 64-bit edition. It has been there since the beginning, but this is what I mean by bugs that seem to crop up release after release, and sometimes it's the same bug over and over again. Now, it's not a deal breaker for me. I still enjoy using Linux Mint 11. I intend to keep it on there, dual booting, but with Windows 7. But this is what I mean by Windows being generally more stable and less buggy than Linux. Alright, let's continue. There was a reply on this, of course. How is Windows more stable? Ubuntu has never crashed for me in my life, and this is on a 5-year-old computer, and he writes 2012. Okay, so is that the year of the end? Alright. My reply, cool, Windows 7 has never crashed on me either. Windows XP has shaped what computing around the world should be. I'm not sure about Windows XP has shaped it. Maybe Microsoft has. Okay, I'm sorry, but Windows users suck. My reply, I'm sorry, but many Linux users are not human. I couldn't resist on this one. Of course, the reply, how about Mac users? And my reply, I'll let you know when I buy a Mac. Let's keep on going here. We use Windows XP at work, and we speak about employees, average age of 35, middle-aged family guys, people who use the PCs because of the email, prints, web viewing, music, documents, and spreadsheets, construction, and management. Many of these are also technophobic guys. You can imagine what would happen if one day suddenly their Windows XP would be replaced by Windows 7. Panic. And you ask about Unity GNOME 3. Windows XP and 7 are main menu centralized. Unity GNOME 3 or not. I wasn't sure how to reply on this, but I just wrote laughing out loud. Let's see. What about rootkits then? Oh wait, Linux does have viruses, and there's a link here. Yes, no OS is perfect, and it is possible to get a virus in Linux. All right, let's scroll down some more. Sorry for telling you this. Who cares what Windows users are looking for in Linux? Windows users buying a Mac are expecting to find something similar to Windows. Well, so I think they will get somewhat disappointed once they find that the mouse has just on button, no Internet Explorer, and all the other stuff that is missing. Linux is a valid solution. I use it also at work, which requires no expenses other than the one for the machines. If my 63-year-old mother can use Linux, then anybody can use it. Well, my reply is, well, I do care, and so do thousands of others who view my channel. It's cool your mom uses Linux. Yay! Okay, this must be another friendly person from the Linux community. Windows 7 appeals to Windows users. New Ubuntu. Go back before everyone leaves. Boy. You know, one of these days I'm going to do a video just on trolls. Alright, let's move on. This guy writes balls. They're doing fine, thank you. Not this again. I have both on my PC, and in my opinion, Windows 7 are better. I'm sorry. Right click on Deskbar, major on cool. Wow, yeah, I think it is major on cool. Sorry. When I had my old PC with Vista, I was tempted to try Linux, but bought my new PC, which runs on the Windows 7, and I personally feel there is no better operating system. I have installed 11.10 on my old PC, and I personally think Windows is the best. Well, I think that's great. Like I said, I enjoy dual booting with Windows 7 and Linux Mint and Ubuntu Unity and Zorin. I actually have Ubuntu on one of my old laptops. All right, just a few more. Banshee means flute in Hindi language. Okay, thanks. Have it in my school, effing hate it. Windows 7 forever. In a serious video, man, you guys gotta learn how to spell. I'm sorry. In a serious video, you shouldn't use the term uncool. Well, it would be uncool to be serious. Sorry, but you are a Microsoft nerd. Yay for me. Are you kidding me? Zero viruses, what the heck? And I wrote, no, not kidding. Okay, let me do the last comment on this. When I say zero viruses, or I've been hit with zero viruses, that doesn't mean that my computer, that Windows 7 hasn't gotten viruses. It means that by myself, by me maintaining Windows 7, my antivirus software has been able to catch and quarantine the viruses, which for me has meant zero screens of death and zero crashes. Now, is that unusual? Probably, but that is what I mean by zero viruses for me on Windows 7. But I will admit, I think Linux is inherently more secure. Alright guys, that's it for Ubuntu versus Windows 7 on this Comments Corner. Thank you for all your comments. Just a brief reminder, I will accept all comments, but I will not accept all forms of language, and you can figure that out on your own. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will catch you sometime in the future. Thanks.